Hi there, I'm Jackie from Bloom Property Management, and I'm here to tell you why cheap tradespeople are not good tradespeople. You will end up paying for the job over and over again. So I'm here at a property of mine that I handed over to someone else while I had a few years sabbatical, and they usually used my tradespeople, but on some occasions they used their own. And one day there was a maintenance issue with the taps here. They were old taps, they needed servicing, not a problem. They couldn't get a hold of my tradesperson, he was busy, so they organised their own one. So it just so happened that we happened to be at the property doing some painting related to another matter at the time that the plumber came. And anyway, he took off the taps and did something and had a situation where he had to glue a pipe, so he had to wait and go away for the glue to set and come back and turn on the pressure. Now there was a concern that when he turned on the pressure that the glue might not hold and he'd have to redo the whole job. So anyway, he went away. By the time he came back, it's late on a Friday, and he turned on the tap and sure enough the glue didn't hold. And that resulted in a leak into the downstairs bedroom, which meant that room was uninhabitable. While this leak was going on, there was water pouring out of the ceiling, there was buckets underneath it. We organised a carpet cleaner and dryer to come out and deal with that over the weekend, because it was just too late on the Friday by the time this happened for the property managers to sort it out, and I had contacts already to do so, so we just took care of that. Fortunately, that plumbing company took care of the bill for the drying, which was great, but that's not where the costs end. So fast forward a couple of years and I take back the management of this property, and in my first inspection I noticed that this board behind here that the bath taps normally are attached to was rotten. So it had water leaking out from around the thread here on this where the tap attaches to. There hadn't been enough plumber's tape put on there, and so it wasn't well sealed, so there was this tiny little leak that was happening, going back into the wall behind here and through the wood, tracking on top of the bath and always sitting wet on top of here, and it rotted out that piece of timber. Now it wasn't so simple as replacing that one piece of timber, of course, because it had also damaged the gyp board behind it. So when the builder came and pulled this off to replace it, the gyp had to be replaced as well. So to organise this, so I've already had 2 trips from the plumbers that weren't so great to sort out their issue. In fact, I think they came back a 3rd time to do something else related to it. So that was maybe 3 trips, plus the call out for the carpet guy. And anyway, so then we get this guy. So I come out to meet the builder here. He looks at the job. He says we need a plumber to remove the taps first so he can replace the board, no problem. So a plumber's arranged. There's now 2 jobs to remedy this one. Plumber comes, does his thing, builder comes back, replaces this board, replaces all the gyp under this window here behind me. So it's a small wall, but it all needed replacing because of this. So that's 3 visits now. Then the plastering and painting starts. So we do that ourselves. So I came out to do the plastering, have to wait for it to set before we can sand it. So that's another trip. Then come and touch up the plaster where it's needed. That's 3rd trip. Sand that again, 4th trip. And then come and put on the undercoat. That's another trip. Then first top coat, then second top coat, and then the plumber needs to come back and reattach the taps on there and reinstate the basin that came off as well to put this on. So it's a hell of a lot of time and effort and money to get all of this remedied because the first plumber didn't do their job properly. So, if you think I'll get a cheap person, they'll be fine, do think carefully about that. What seems cheap on the surface can cost you a lot more in the long run. Whether it's a tradesperson or your property management, it's worth spending money for quality. It is better value in the long run. So for this and more tips, follow me at Bloom Property Management PM. I'm Jackie Thomas Teague, and you can go to my website bloompm.nz. Talk to you again soon.